Good evening, collective. This is Thanksgiving 2023. It is 4:37 p.m. Pacific Northwest Standard Time. I am grateful to be here. What is the date even? I don't even know. The 23rd. So something, you know, could have happened yesterday. Some people thought that it would. I don't know. I just feel that there is definitely something going on here. There's a heaviness, and that's not my energy. It's as though somebody's heart space, like they're in pain. Not like a heart attack or anything. It's energetic. It's like a wound. Which could be a heartbreak, some form of a heart shattering, like maybe something completely just exploded. And I mean, I've gone through this sensation before a few times in life, but for me, it involved emotion at the same time. So the sensation is the same as a heart shattering, but fortunately for me, I'm not feeling the emotion behind it, but it is intense. Somebody's entire world just exploded. Spirit, what does the collective need to know about these intense heart space energies? In the central energy, we've got temperance in the upright. So avoid extremes in any direction, taking the middle road in decision making. In all things, try to bring balance. Go forward with patience and test the waters carefully before jumping in too suddenly. Be sure to examine your priorities carefully. So there's a balance is being restored. The challenge, the world, and the upright. So the challenge is a completion. So balance. So yes, the key is to maintain your balance and your inner harmony for certain during this time, because this is the completion. This is the end of the cycle. If the world reveals itself in an upright position, which it has, it is showing that there is great unity and wholeness. Something big is happening soon, a marriage, birth, new job, or something similar. Your efforts are being noticed and you will soon reap the rewards. So balance, temperance, balance is challenged by this balance is challenged by completion. this new cycle. Harmony, moderation, being sensible, finding meaning. It's a new cycle. Subconscious. We've got the Ten of Wands in the upright. So yeah, you're almost there. You may have unconsciously or consciously taken on extra responsibilities, but you know that the blood, sweat, and tears you've put in are about to pay off. It's a burden. Lots of hard work, overloaded, carrying too much stress. This chest pressure could be stress, you know? The burden, it's almost ready to put the burden down. Okay, so in the near past, or the recent past, we've got the Five of Cups and the Seven of Wands in the upright. Five of Cups. There's sorrow, loss. Somebody has they have to accept a loss. They're suffering a big heartbreak, perhaps a divorce. Oh, this could be the heart that's the heart pain that I'm feeling. I know it's not me because I've been thoroughly checked out. Totally not me. This is energetic. Somebody's having a heartbreak. Their world's shattered. It's a divorce, a breakup or abandonment. With all the negative connotations, there is a positive. No matter how dire a situation gets, there's always a positive. We just have to find it, right? But when you have been heart shattered, it's difficult to find a positive in that. And Seven of Wands, you're struggling on your journey. You may have just reached an important milestone, but naysayers are trying to knock you back and or causing you to prove yourself. Hold your ground no matter what, because you know you've got this, and don't dare let anyone tell you otherwise. So there was a challenge, a competition. And somebody lost. The challenge, competition, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, a fire. And somebody lost here. They have to accept a loss. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, water. Yeah. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, protection, holding your own, standing up for yourself. Yeah, this person, this water sign, whoever this is, they came after this person. Here it is too, the Ten of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Somebody put a burden, a heavy burden on this fire sign. See, and they balanced that. They balanced that stuff. They balanced that stuff. And this person or these people who did that, they have to accept a loss because you didn't lose yourself. You were extremely overloaded and you kept going. You're still going. In the intention and expectation. Page of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles in the upright. So intention and expectation, yeah, was to get a financial opportunity, to get a financial opportunity. Somebody came after this fire sign for money. And they're a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. They're an earth sign. So somebody could be a water sign. Somebody could be an earth sign. This is a group of people that came after a particular fire sign. Who is balanced, and they're carrying this heavy load, standing up for themselves. These ones, they thought they were going to get this financial opportunity. They were going to take you, wipe you off the map, and get your new cycle. Near future, we've got the star in the upright. You're the star. You have a renewed sense of self, and magic is flowing all around you. This is a time of great personal growth and development. Give of yourself and your spirit, as others may benefit from the blessings you've received. Yep, healing, good omens, rejuvenation. The lens they're looking through. Oh. Huh. Judgment in the reverse. So somebody could be receiving punishment. Somebody's being punished. They're going through a destruction. Their lives are being destroyed, or whatever it is that's going on in their world that's being destroyed for what they did to you. A star. You're the sun. You're the star. You're the sun. Here you are. You're certainly feeling the warmth of the sun and have much to be thankful for. Quite a lot of joy and abundance are headed in your direction. Your energy and confidence are infectious. Shine onto those you care about most. Positivity, pleasure, happiness, vitality, fun, joy, warmth, celebration, a rebirth. Yep, you're getting a rebirth, all right. Right here. It's a celebration. All is well. Oops. Hopes and fears. Well, this came out in the upright, but then it flipped and it turned in the reverse. So we've got the Tower reversed. So there's somebody. Somebody's trying to delay a disaster. They're under judgment. There's destruction, punishment. There's a fear of change, suffering, averting, or delayed disaster, a collapse. And the outcome, got the Hermit. So light is being shined on things. It could be that there is a light shined upon what this is. I mean, people may know what this is. Don't ignore your inner voice. To hear yourself, you may need to unplug and step away from the chaos. Be sure to take time to be alone, to do some soul searching. Your answers are within. And by doing so, this light will be shined on what it is you need to know, like in meditation and stuff. Meditation, truth seeking, whatever you do to get guidance. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Cups and the upright. So, familiarity, happy memories, reminiscing, innocence and joy. Oh, this one just flipped right out of there. Poverty. They wanted to put you in poverty, or they weren't able to put you in poverty. You're balanced. You were able to stay balanced. What they did, or what they were doing, they were trying to knock you out of your inner balance, your inner harmony. There's probably been some events in your life recently which have been very intense, surrounding your job or your home. There could have been like spirit attachments on people who come in to create some sort of argument, or push you until you respond in a fiery manner, and then, hope that perhaps you get kicked out or fired or whatever. Well, they weren't able to do that. You're not in poverty. You're balanced. You're fire. You're balanced. And there's the challenge of this fulfillment. It's a celebration of life. So that there could be, wow, okay, we're getting some good smoke now, aren't we? We're just gonna let this go over here. So Temperance, balance, poverty. Yeah. So there's somebody in this community. There's a community of people perhaps that came against you, trying to steal your completion, trying to steal your new cycle and put you in a state of poverty. So yeah, you're in this Ten of Wands, burdened, extra responsibilities. You've been stressed out. You've been carrying a lot. They put this whole, all these people, this whole collective of people. They don't want to go to court. They could be facing court. You this was a competition. You stood up for yourself. You held your own. You've got your house. They have to accept that they lost. They weren't able to steal your house and put you in a state of poverty. They were expecting to get this financial opportunity. They were expecting to take your house. There's a Page of Pentacles and a Queen of Pentacles. This is a mother, son, and their friends. There's a message out here about something. About something that a main male did in a family room here. Like, whatever he did in this family room, there could be evidence of it. Somebody wrote a letter about it. Somebody wrote it down. Somebody recorded it. In the near future, we got the Star. Star. Mature. And a mature man. And like nothing changed, or they weren't able, this mature man wasn't able to make something change. Yeah, that's what this is. This this mature man wasn't able to make something change for this Star. So yeah. Whew. Excuse me. I had no idea it was gonna take off like that. That's enough to do my whole house. All right. So somebody's under judgment. There's a punishment and some form of destruction. Or there's a somebody's in bad health and they're very concerned. You're the Sun. You're the Sun. And there's a false person here competing with you. trying to flip you. They don't want you to be a privileged lady. This false person, or maybe this false person isn't able to flip you. This false person isn't able to, or this false person isn't a privileged lady. Everybody can see this false person was hiding and that they're not a privileged lady, that you are the sun. Everybody can see that this false person is not a privileged lady. She was hiding. Probably hiding under your energy, and perhaps she can't do that anymore. So there's a tower. Somebody's trying to delay disaster, but it's coming. For a main female. Up here we got the main male, family room, Queen of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. So that's a husband, wife, and their kid. That's a whole family right there. Who's got a fear of change, and they're trying to delay this disaster, this tower, this collapse. The whole family, and then they got a mature man here who wasn't able to affect change in the near future. A false person who's not a privileged lady. Another masculine here who's in bad health, receiving punishment. We got this Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, a water sign who has to accept of this loss. This main female has a fear of change. Yeah, this is family right there. Oh, and we got this person here too, a mature woman. So there's a main female and a mature woman. Where's that mature man? Mature man. Look at that. Look at that. You got the main male and the main female who were in this doing things in a family room with their son or their family, whatever, and their money, doing stuff, trying to get your house and your new cycle, trying to get your new cycle, because you're the star and you're the sun. And now we got the main female and this mature woman who are suffering a tower reverse. Everything's collapsing. They're trying to delay it. Look at that. There's a wealthy man here too. A wealthy man is in the hermit. So the hermit, there's introspection, meditation. A wealthy man is meditating. Ooh, coffin on the bottom of the deck. This is over. Alrighty. So you're balanced. They weren't able to put you in poverty. They wanted to. You're balanced. You got this family bond. There's love in you. This harmony, this balance. Family. You're focused on family. And family doesn't necessarily mean a husband, wife, and children. A family could mean, chosen family, whatever format that takes. So you're very focused on your family. Sensible. You have found meaning in life. And you were challenged by this community of people coming against you, trying to steal your new cycle. Yeah, trying to rob you. It's exactly what they were trying to do. So they put you under a 10 of wands, and you could have been carrying this burden for quite some time. This could have been a very, very long, arduous journey. But there's an end in sight. There's a completion. Um, there is courthouses here. It's upside down. It could be that they're trying to delay going to court. It could be that they don't know that they have to go to court. It could be that um, maybe they've already been in court and court is now over. They don't want to be lonely. Or they wanted you to be lonely, but you're not lonely. They wanted you to be disappointed and to be lifeless. That's a hospital bed. That's a hospital bed she's sitting in. And that's what they wanted for you. They wanted you with all these burdens and all these burdens. They wanted you in a hospital bed, lonely and disappointed, in isolation, lifeless, with a loss, suffering a loss. But it came out in the reverse. They weren't able to make that happen for you. And it could be that they're very soon, or they don't want to go to court for that, but they may very well, or maybe they've been in court for that, and that is what's going on here. They have to accept that their loss. They're suffering a heartbreak. It could be that they lost everything for trying to take everything, for burdening you. It could be that maybe your blessings will be amplified for the amount of burden that you had to carry in order to get through this. I don't know. That just occurred to me. And that's what it feels like. That's where it's like amplified times 10. If you were carrying 10 wands, and you were still doing your everyday task, and you were doing it balanced with your family and in your mind, with love in your heart, while these ones were coming after you and attacking you, daggering you in the heart. Yeah. They're in conflict. They lost. 5 of Cups. You've got your house. You were in competition. Probably you didn't seek it out, but it was brought to you. So you held your own. You stood up for yourself. You're in your home. You've got your house. You're stable. They came after you hard to try to take your house, to try to take your wealth. They wanted you in a mental disturbance, but it could be that this is what's happening to them now. It very well could be that they're in a mental disturbance right now. or they were working with the supernatural, doing things in the family room here. This main male, main female, mature woman, mature man, together trying to affect a change for this star, this sunny, happy, balanced, temperate person who's carrying 10 wands. Man, the burden that they put on this person. And all of this too, not only the 10 wands, but then they piled this disturbance on too. All this mental disturbance. So you got your monkey on your shoulder, and you got all that mental chatter going on, man. And you found your inner harmony and your balance within all that. Love in your heart, love in your mind. Yep. You were A-okay, even though they were coming after you, bullying you. Their rituals did not work when they tried to bring you loss due to their pride. Now, this mature man is ill. He wanted you to be ill, but he's ill. He wasn't able to affect change. So he's ill. He could be feeling weak and fragile right now, too. They're under judgment, reverse, so they're under punishment. They're going to get punishment for what they did. They're in bad health. They're very concerned. They spent their life destroying others and stealing from others, and they hired whole communities to come against individuals to bring them to this individual stars and suns, earth angels. Communities would come after balanced stars and earth and sunny earth angels who just loved and put all this burden on them to try to steal their house and their love and their relationships. They weren't able to triumph. They weren't able to gain a victory. Even with all this community, all these families, entire families came after an individual, a star, a sunny, happy star. They weren't able to triumph. In the environment, everybody can see that you're a star, or that you're the sun. You live your life with gratitude, and you've got much to be grateful for, and a lot more is coming. And you shine your light wherever you go. You bring joy to people. You have this vitality, and you're gaining a rebirth. There's this false person here who is hiding, most likely under cover of your energy, and everybody can see that they're not a privileged lady. So yeah, you're the sun. You're the sun. Everybody can see that this false person is not a privileged lady, and they offered you a kindness. They offered you care. They see, oh, they're bringing this is a conclusion. Again, this is a conclusion. So you're going to move forward into this cultivation of a new a new cycle. This could be whatever you do, whatever. This is food, like he's cultivating food. So there could be, fruit trees or a fruit orchard or nut orchard or something like that. Or this could be the conclusion of this whole scenario here. This false person who's not a privileged lady is probably going to be experiencing some sort of an accident. Or maybe they've had some sort of an injury, or maybe they're in danger right now. This main female and the mature woman, these are the feminine counterparts to the mature man and the main male here. They're going, they made, yeah, they're undergoing a transformation, and they have a fear of change. They're trying to delay this disaster, this collapse, because they made vows. They worship specific entities and made deals with specific entities in order to probably gain the knowledge in order to make all this, happen in the first place. I don't know, but they made vows. They are contracted to whatever it is that they utilize to cause towers and endings for sun and star people. There's a wealthy man who could be an earth who could be an earth sign going within. Not sure who he is. But he's calm, or he sees that you're calm. It could be that you pray a lot. And that doesn't mean that you're religious. It could be that you donate to a specific cause. It could be that you enter into a time where it could be that you open a spiritual center of some sort that's based on donation. So you're balanced. They weren't able to put you in poverty. You've got your family in your mind. This could be your spiritual family. Forgiveness came out in the reverse. So it could be that they didn't want you to be forgiven. Like maybe the fact that they put you under so many burdens, like before you found your balance and before you came into your spirituality or your inner harmony or whatever, it could be that you were in a state of suffering. And it could be that your life wasn't necessarily, modeled upon perfect behavior. And that's how they got in the first place, was because maybe your fields and your aura were damaged and they were able to get in and plant energies and stuff. And they were hoping maybe that you weren't going to be forgiven and that you were going to be in poverty and that you weren't going to be forgiven. They were hoping that whatever these burdens were that they made you carry throughout your lifetime, these burdens that could have been unsavory to the public, they could, you could have been cast aside or treated poorly and like an outcast or whatever, and in that time you learned balance and inner harmony, and you grew to find inner love, and you perhaps focused on your spiritual family. The whole community, so many people. This could be like, this is a clique, like families and friends. Acceptance. I am learning to accept the things I cannot change. So it could be that you were challenged by this community coming to rob you. It could be that you were having a difficult time accepting the fact that this was happening. You may not have wanted to admit that they were trying to boot you out of this new cycle, that they wanted the plush, they wanted the house and they wanted you out. This could have been your own family who wanted to steal the house out from under you. This could have been an inheritance. And your life was shitty on purpose because they if they could demoralize you and destabilize you and make it appear as though you were out of your mind, crazy, just a loser, that everybody would believe them and they could just steal from you when you're a star, when you're this sunny, happy, balanced soul, and they tried to put this burden on you so that they could steal your peace and your harmony. They're in denial, or they wanted you in denial. They're in denial. They have to go to court. They're in denial. They're afraid. They're acknowledging their fear, replacing it with the insight of awareness. So they have awareness and they're afraid. Whoa. These ones just wanted to talk right now. Okay, so they're not in balance in the recent past. They're not in balance. They lost. They're in conflict. They're quarreling with each other. They're not balanced. You had a success. You got your house. You stood up for yourself. You held your own. You defended yourself. You know that there's no greater goal than to love. And these ones brought all this horrible energy to you just because they wanted to steal what you have earned through the work that you had to do to maintain your inner balance and your peace and your harmony while you were carrying all of this and so much more. Because there was 10 wands, but it was coming at you from so many other directions. You had courage. You faced everything with courage. And they're suffering a death. They're not balanced, they're in conflict, they have a loss, and they're suffering a death. So that something is seriously over for them. It's an ending for them. I mean, this is in the recent past. Yeah, in the recent past, it's over. It's over. This whole family who's just about material wealth, pentacles, were doing things in a family room to cause a disturbance. Did supernatural things, and there's evidence of it, or somebody received a message about it. They came after you because they wanted your divine inheritance. Star, Sun, Temperance. You who did all the work to balance yourself during this unbearable burden. They wanted your inheritance. They wanted to steal it. They're guilty. They're envious. They didn't want to do the work to earn the reward. They just wanted to take it from you and put you in a very bad place where you suffer. They're guilty. They're envious. This mature man is having illness now. He's having a disease. He's weak. He wasn't able to affect change. Yeah, they're in denial. They're facing punishment, destruction, judgment in the reverse. They're in bad health. This has somebody very concerned. They did not triumph. They lost. This card came out in the reverse. It says indecision on it, and it says, I use my intuition in all aspects of life. And it came out in reverse. So they were not tapping into their intuition. They thought they knew it all. You're the sun. Everybody sees you're the sun. And they showed you a kindness. They showed you a mercy. They came to your assistance and helped bring a conclusion to this scenario. And this false person here, who's not a privileged lady, is in danger. Could be having an accident. She doesn't have any friends, or it could be that her friends have left her. So there's a main female and a mature woman who worshipped some entity, some supernatural disturbing entity. They made a vow to this entity, this supernatural entity. They made a vow. And now they're afraid of change because they intended for you to pay the vow. For you to pay the vow. To be knocked out, star. To be knocked out, sun. And they intended to take your house, but you were courageous. You know that there's nothing better than to love. You are balanced. even while heavily burdened. They figured you could pay for their vow, but it didn't work. They didn't triumph. It didn't work. Now they have to pay the vow. And they're worried, full of pride. They brought you a whole crapload of adversity through their wicked ways. And it could be that they're going to be experiencing a whole crapload of adversity now for what they vowed. They vowed now they have to have adversity. The challenges, the horrible things that they had planned for you in this upcoming cycle, the adversity that they had planned for you, they now have to suffer it because they made a vow and they did not triumph. It's over. Oh, this is good. Okay, so we got the hermit. We got a wealthy man who's a hermit. He's got inner peace, like you, star, sun. He's got inner peace. He's calm, independent. He is love. He could be having doubt, like maybe he's just nervous about how this is going to move forward, how this is going to look, or maybe he's in doubt because you are love and you are calm. Maybe that's why he's in doubt, because you are calm, you are love. And he could be experiencing doubt because you are calm, you are love. You could be like, you may not be religious, but you could do a lot of praying. Like you may do your prayer candles and you may talk to spirit a lot. You honor your health, the physical vessel that enshrines your soul. You try to eat well, think well, maintain your energy in a balanced and harmonious state so that you know, yourself can be at peace, but then too, you don't throw out energy that could cause ripples in the collective atmosphere that could upset, you know, rock the boat through your own ripples. You're very aware of your energy and you're very aware of how to maintain that. You had to learn how to maintain yourself because you are love and you were carrying this. And you were lonely and you could have been sick. Like it could have taken your health and you could have really had to work on changing your diet and your physical activities and your mindset and all of that in order to be temperance. You had to work at it. And these ones wanted to come in, not only make you work at it, but then at the end, they wanted to come in and steal it from you and make you do it all over again. because they're childish, or they thought you were childish. They thought you were an easy target. They thought you were an easy target. You're just this sweet, innocent, pure, loving soul. And they thought if they put this crap on you and that you had to go through all these burdens, that they thought that they could lose you in the darkness of this burden, is what they thought. And that they could step in and take your inheritance because you're a divine being, you're a star. Now they have to face it. They have to face it. You faced it. And they have to face it. They're empty vessels. They wanted you to be an empty vessel. Whatever they made an agreement with is going to cause them to become an empty vessel. It's going to eat their soul. Wow, man. Wow. They wanted you to be an empty vessel. But they're the ones who made the vow and they didn't triumph. Wow. They lost. They're in conflict. They're out of balance. Whatever they were doing, it ended. They had a lot of secrets between them. You were courageous. You knew there's nothing greater than to love. You have your house. You stood up for yourself. You're not leaving. You're not leaving. And it could be that these ones aren't leaving. These ones aren't leaving. They were expecting utopia, paradise. They were expecting to get your heavenly reward while you suffered in this horrible disturbance. But they don't get to leave. They wanted everything for you to be in ruins, but this came out in the reverse. This came out in the reverse. So they weren't able to cause you and your life to fall into ruins so that they could step into your, they could step in and say, yes, we're the divine ones. Nope, they weren't able to make it happen. It's obvious that you're the star. These ones that are under judgment, facing punishment, they're in bad health. They're concerned about this. They did not win. They were disconnected from their intuition. They thought they knew it all. They were focused on their needs. They were focused on their needs, maybe, rather than their strategies. Maybe that's why. They're crushed. They're absolutely crushed because you are the sun and you're going to be experiencing a rebirth. You're going to be getting celebration and a vitality. Lots and lots is coming your way. You've received a kindness, and this is a conclusion of this crap that these ones have been doing to you, and they are crushed by it. They're crushed. Their friends all left them. They're having an accident. Everybody sees that this false person is not a privileged lady. They're crushed. Everybody knows who they are. Now, see, look, we got the Tower, in the reverse. So they want to delay this disaster. They have a fear of change. They made a vow with some very supernatural, disturbing entities. This main female and this mature woman. They're worried. They did it out of pride. They thought that they were going to bring you adversity and put you in this old cycle where you were going to be suffering. They made a vow and they figured that they would pay it with your soul, with your light. But they failed. And now they want your forgiveness. They're hoping that you'll save their ass from themselves. We got a wealthy man who's experiencing some doubt. He's introspection. He's meditating. He's like, oh, heck, what do I do now? All my team just went down, man. What do I do now? She's sitting over there all calm and in love, practicing seeing the good in all things. And it's not hard for you. They tried to make it hard for you, but it's not. They weren't able to make it hard for you. And you were all alone in this. You were all alone in this. You didn't have anybody physically helping you, but you have your spirit family. So even while it felt like you were alone, you weren't alone. They wanted you to feel like you were alone, but you're not. Even though, everybody thinks that you are. All right, so they saw you as a child. They thought you were going to be easy pickings. But you were balanced and connected. Connected. Here in the card. Here's the card. It's a beautiful card. So you're very connected to all that is, to your spiritual family, to the birds, to the moon, to the stars, to all the symbols, the numbers, the feathered ones, the crawling ones, all of them. But this is the flying ones. And there's the breath, the power of the wind. So you really got into the elements. You went deep within yourself when you were carrying this burden. It's probably the only reason you survived it. Because you went inside and you went outside. Strength. You were challenged because you didn't know your strength. You didn't know how strong you were. You could have thought that you were this solitary, struggling, miserable person who had nothing going for you. You could have been struggling with addictions and all kinds of betrayals and rejections. It could have been horrid. for you, and you could have not had any other avenue but to turn to your spiritual family so that you could get yourself out of this spiritual poverty that they had put you in. You had to get connected so that you had to get reconnected to all that was, so that you could find yourself and rebalance within that foundation. And you were challenged because you didn't know your own strength, but you learned it. You learned it through these challenges, not only in the light of day, but by night as well. Heavily burdened by people who wanted you to be an empty vessel. They wanted to steal your soul and give it to these supernatural beings that they made a vow to help them steal your divine inheritance because you're a star, you're the sun. They're in court, or they're trying to avoid court, or they didn't want you to be able to win in court. They wanted you so heavily burdened that you would look like an idiot and that you would not be able to win in court, and that you would be sick and lonely and in disappointment and isolation. But they weren't able to make that happen, and they're denying it. We didn't do that. They wanted you to be an empty vessel. But you can count your blessings. You've got abundance coming your way. Count your blessings. You've got the butterflies here, which are like ancestors. You've got the animal kingdom. You've got the fruits, the cornucopia, the fruits and the goodness of the fields. These ones, so full of secrets. Experiencing a loss now. They're in conflict. They're out of balance. They're experiencing a death or a severe ending. And yeah, now they're seeking your forgiveness. After everything that they did to you, they're seeking your forgiveness now. Because you're a compassionate and kind person, and they know this. But they also know what they did to you. And fortunately, justice and judgment and justice isn't ours to deliver, so we move on. We let go, we release, and we move on. So here we've got inspiration. Begin now. They're not leaving. They're going to be stuck here in whatever realm this is with whatever disturbances they made they signed a contract with in this supernatural business. They're stuck with that. And it could be that you and your inspiration begins now. Begins now. Spiritual insight and sacredness. Utilized for the good of all beings who are connected to us, not only in the realm that we currently live in with our eyes open, but in all those realms that we visit with our eyes shut. When our bioform rests, we go into many different spaces and places, and we have relationship with our families in these other areas. So if you're not aware of this, it could be that very soon, because it says begin now, spiritual insight within the dreams. So it could be that your dream life is going to get more active and you might be receiving more messages from those in spirit, trying to guide you into that which will bring you into this abundance. Because you are the sun. In the near future, you're the star and you're stepping into your life purpose. Your dreams are going to be manifest. So whatever beautiful dreams that you've been thinking about while you have been working on inner harmony, carrying these big burdens, whatever dreams you've been dreaming while you've been carrying this heavy load, this beautiful dream that sustained you during this challenge, looks like it's going to be made manifest. So these ones are in the lens they're looking through. They see they got punishment coming for them. They're in bad health. They're very concerned about this. They were focused on their needs, and they weren't able to succeed. They did not win. They were disconnected from their intuition. They thought they knew it all. They weren't expecting you to be brave. They probably didn't realize just how brave you were to make it through whatever challenges that you went through. They had no idea that you believed in magical things and faraway places and spaces, the inner wild places, those places that lived within you, that you carried with you, that sustained you, these relationships born out of adversity and challenge. That lent you their courage, their bravery, and probably their strength also. You're the sun. You were shown a kindness and a mercy through this challenge. And your spirit team, and it could also be that whoever they may be working through in your actual physical reality, they're coming to your aid, and they're like, this is over, no more. Direction. Where are you heading? And passion. Burning with life's passion. So you are the sun. You've received mercy and a kindness from your spiritual family, who brought an end to this, to whatever this is. And now you're moving into a new direction that's going to be lit up with life's passion. Super connected to all that is. Look at that. And there's you got the symbols on her dress there. I know the one is so super connected to what is, the stars, the zodiac, the sun, the moon. And this false person, everybody can see that they're not a privileged lady. This is in the environment. Everybody can see it. And she could be crushed right now that her friends left her, and she could be in danger or having, in danger of receiving an injury or having an accident. Like, her friends might be really ticked off about having found out that she's not really this, she's not really you. She's not you. She lied. And they all supported it through their dark, supernatural attachments. And it was an illusion. Insight. And it says, be open to enchantment. So it could be that that's what they have to look forward to, is this enchantment that they did. They made a vow, they made an enchantment, and you were supposed to pay the deal, the piper. You were supposed to pay the piper through this enchantment that they made. Now they're worried because they did it out of pride. They brought you all this adversity, and now they're seeking your forgiveness because they have a fear of change. They're suffering. They're trying to delay this disaster. Everything's going to collapse. They made a vow with supernatural entities of darkness that caused the vessel to become empty. They wanted that for you, but now they have to pay. They have to pay because they weren't able to triumph over your balanced inner harmony. They overestimated themselves. They had all these people coming against you, and they overestimated themselves. Be wary, because there's still one here who's refusing to accept this change. He's a wealthy man, but he could present himself anyway. He's very accustomed to presenting himself however he needs to. He's feeling doubt about this, and he's meditating a lot, trying to get answers right now. He's refusing to accept the change. He wants to get in with this star, this sun. He wants to come in and love bomb her. She's calm. He wasn't able to make things hard for her. They weren't able to make things hard for her. So he wants to come in now, and he wants to get in with her. Because she's a free spirit, and he knows what's coming from him. They made vows with supernatural entities. You're a free spirit. You're like your own person, and you're totally connected. You're totally connected with the world, with the animals of the world, with the wind, with the stars, with the moon, with the flow of life. And your third eye is all lit up. You're connected with spirit. You have an opportunity coming up for you, and he wants in on it. So I would advise at this time to maintain your personal space. Be very careful about who you let in to your personal space. Don't let them drop any items in your home or gift you something, because that's their essence, that's their energy, that's like a portal. So just be careful. And okay, just remember, you're not alone. They wanted you to be alone. They're very guilty of this. He still wants you to be alone. He wants to attach to you, and he wants to make you be alone and take it from you still. That's still the plan. This wealthy man is over here and he's still strategizing how he's going to link up to you and play this game so that he can win this conquest over you. So that he can win this conquest over you in this game and bring you struggle and send you adrift, floating this way and that. Just another notch. He wants you lost and he wants you burned. So, if somebody comes in and they appear to be Prince Charming, let him prove it for a year. You know, let him be your friend. Don't let him in your house. If he's not involved in the activities that you're into, if you don't meet him doing something that you enjoy, and even if you do, be wary, because there's people have ways of finding out information about us and what we like and what we do, especially with this social media, you know, especially if we're posting our classes or what we're in and where our classes are. I mean, they can track us and get there and do that and insert themselves into our world. So just be careful. Not everybody may be there by chance. And there's a lot here at stake. So it would be well worth it just to maintain your space and your sovereignty at this time, because obviously you don't need partnership. Obviously, you're already full of love and peace and balance, and you've got a leech here, a parasite who's refusing to change or refusing to accept the fact that this cycle is over and he lost. So there is still one here to be concerned about. I hope this helps.